What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Nascent Toy Collector. Adam here. But before I get started, before I jump into this awesome Usagi Yojimbo, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You've got me up above that 200 mark. I really appreciate it, you guys. Let's push for 250. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Anyway, if you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe, tune in for more Nascent Toy Collecting action. Now, this guy right here, Usagi Yojimbo, one of my favorite toys from the original TMNT action figure line. Now, this one is clearly based on the cartoon and not his action figure. The action figure was way more armored up. It had armor pieces and stuff on it. This one totally based on his appearance in the cartoon. Now, I did pick this up at Target. It was part of the fall Geek Out, which they had all kind of other stuff that I didn't grab. I only picked up Usagi. I did pick him up in store in Marion, Illinois for $32.99. And I love this packaging. Looks like a classic VHS. Looks just like a Ninja Turtles VHS. I actually wonder if that's not like a real one. I don't know. It looks like a real one. Flip it around to the sides. You get, this awesome, like that looks like the FHE logo. I think I've already talked about that before. You get the classic TMNT, the tail of Usagi Yojimbo, volume number 8, which is really interesting. Flipping around back, you get some shots of the action figure and some cartoon art, and we get a little story here, Usagi's background there. If you want to read that, you can pause it right there. Pretty cool stuff. Really like the box. It's a really cool looking color too. It kind of blends in with my background a little bit, and there's all the legal stuff for anyone interested. Now, this is a window box, held together by some Velcro there, and when you open it up, man, wow, this thing really sings. I love the color scheme. I love that this. Now, I used to think this was an actual TMNT creation, but this was actually Usagi Yojimbo is the express property of Stan Sakai. I hope I'm saying your name right, Stan. And man, I love it. I've actually really enjoyed, and it's because of finding him on the TMNT. I've got to really enjoy Stan Sakai's comic books. And you guys, I highly recommend picking them up. They have giant omnibuses that you can read, and they're so fun. It's all set in a feudal Japan in which everyone is anamorphic, and yeah, it's just really cool. I love it, and man, yeah, what a badass figure. Just look at that, the Rabbit Bodyguard. I can't wait to jump in, so let's do it. All right, and there he is, straight out of the packaging. Now, I will say, unfortunately, trying to cut those stupid plastic ties, I have broken his little dagger thing that I was never going to use anyway. Why? Because Usagi Yojimbo is a samurai. Well, he's a Ronin. He's a Ronin, and he carries his long and his short sword. So I was never going to really mess with that anyway. But it is unfortunate that having to get those little stupid plastic ties apart, and bam, I broke an accessory. Oh well, at least it's not an important one. It would have really killed me had I broken one of his swords, but I didn't. Interestingly, he does come with one of these little triangular dirks that we always see come with the Turtles. They were always in that little weapons rack that the Turtles came with. They're even included in the Super 7 Ultimates these days. Really nice paint application here, I have to say. Continuing that streak of everything looking cartoony. As you can see here, he's darker on the back than he is on the front. Has that nice little line there. Looks really cool. I really dig what they've done here. Okay. First up, look at this. He's wearing a hat. Man, this is so cool. I actually have an action figure that I can put a hat on. This is the variant head there. The hat does come off. It is fully painted, really sharp looking. Looks like one of those classic wicker hats. Really cool. His ears are pinned back like that, and they do actually have a pivot point there. They move side to side, which is very cool. I like that. It's a really nice looking feature. Now, he also came with a coat, like a cloak here, that I'm going to attempt to put on right now. And there it is. Voila, he's wearing his rain jacket here, his cloak. And I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's pretty nice. It's soft goods. Has a wire in the hood to kind of keep it straight, where you could pose it and do whatever you wanted to with it. I mean, it does look cool. He looks kind of Undertaker-y. Kind of like that. Pretty cool. I'm also seeing that he came with an elastic strap. And while examining him, I'm noticing that his scabbards for his swords don't attach anywhere on his belt. So I believe I'm going to have to tie those onto him. Let's check them out though real quick. They are really nicely decorated. The deco on this stuff has just been incredible. I think NECA goes all out. very much like Super 7. Very cool that he has the short sword and the long sword, just like a samurai would. Really cool. I like the paint application on these as well. Everything's really nicely painted. Now, he also comes with Spot, his endearing little dinosaur friend. If you ever read the Usagi comics, which again, I highly recommend you read the Usagi comics. They are really fun stories set in feudal Japan with a bunch of animals in place of the people. Really fun stuff. He has a best friend that's a rhino. That's really funny, and they get into all kinds of trouble and hijinks. And Spot is always kind of around. Now, these dinosaurs, they just live in and around feudal Japan, and this one just decides it really likes Usagi. Really cool inclusion of Spot. I really like that. He also comes with various hands, as you can see there. Closed fists, open, and gripping, which is very helpful. Now, let's see if we can figure out... Oh, well, before I get that, he also has this variant head, which this is actually the head that came on it. I thought it'd be cool to stick the variant on and go with the hat look up front. But yeah, you know what? Just looking at this, I don't know if you guys are very familiar with those chocolate Easter bunnies, but the eyes, the way... No, I love this paint decoration. The paint deco here is stellar on both of these heads, right? Stellar job. But these eyes remind me of those chocolate bunnies that had the candy eyes. You know what I'm talking about? They're always this kind of yellowed color with the blue pupils. I mean, that's always what they look like. I hope that this is some kind of nod to that, because that's what it really feels like. I have to go back and watch the cartoon again and see if that's how he's colored. I'm sure he is, and I'm sure it could have even been a nod to that then, but that is totally giving me Easter Bunny vibes. What do you think? All right. I'm going to swap the heads and see if I can't get these swords on there. So, well, you know what? I'll just show you this. It's actually pretty easy. This coat went right on. It'll probably come right off, and it did. He's looking great. Like I said, I've already mentioned the awesome paint job, where he's darker in the back. Same for his belt. As you can see, there's a stripe there where his belt goes from lighter gray to darker gray. His kimono looks fantastic. Let's just look at his articulation really quick. I'm going to change out the heads, because that's just to pop it off. Can't believe that actually worked. Pop it on. There it is. Now, I really like that head right there. That's Usagi Yojimbo is very, very serious character. He's the way he's portrayed in the cartoon is he's like a very serious guy. He doesn't put up with tomfoolery. And this one doesn't look like he would put up with any tomfoolery either. So yeah, basically head on a swivel, all the way around 360 degrees. His ears, they move as well. You could pose those up. He's got some pretty nice head rocking action. He can look down and up. So, there's a lot of posability there. Side to side really well. Pretty nice. His arms, they do go up to about, 90 degrees, I would say, just about. They do swivel 100% all the way around. He does have an elbow swivel as well. And of course, he has the wrist swivel and the hinges. They can move all around, all kind of, popped it right out of there. You know what? I'm going to replace it with a gripping fist anyway, because we're about to check out his swords. Yeah, looking cool. I really do like the way they've done this. There's a lot of fine detail. The fur on him, really, really nice looking, as you can see that on his hands. It's even down here on his feet. He does have the mid pivot like we're used to seeing here with this line, kind of like, sort of like, Rat King didn't have it, but I think Vernon did. He has the soft goods here, kind of. This is softer, lets it move around. He does have you can see how he rocks and he turns, and there's probably some crunch there. And yeah, there's a little bit. His legs do move out. He has the soft around the pelvic area there for some, some pretty nice kicks. As high as a little rabbit can kick there. Which is something else we're going to talk about in just a second. I love the scale here. He does have his knees, and there's a swivel at the knees. And, of course, he's got the ball joint in the thighs. They do go back and forward. They go forward a little bit. Go back a little bit. Out to the side really well, though. He also does have ankles that move front and back, side to side. A little bit of rock side to side there. So you can set him up in all kinds of dynamic poses, of course, as is on par with all the rest of the NECA figures. Now, let me try something really quick. I'm going to try to see if I can get these swords on here. Let's see. I think, what would you do? Like kind of wrap around and then try to stick them. Ooh, I don't that's a lot of fabric there. It's kind of an elastic, stretchy fabric. Let's just see if I can get them on here. I cut my finger trying to get the damn plastic shit apart in this packaging, so That kind of sucks. Got a Band-Aid on there. Using a razor blade like an idiot. Let's see if I tie this in the back. Let's get that through there. I think this might actually look pretty cool. Let's see. It actually does look cool. I actually like that. That actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, I kind of wish they were tucked into the actual, belt that he's wearing. But, I mean, that doesn't look bad. That's definitely how a samurai would wear them. More like tucked over like this probably. But, I really like that, man. Usagi Yojimbo is just a great looking character. All right. Let's unsheath this bad boy. See him in his hands. Oh, yeah. Man, this thing. See this. Oh, throwing swords. This guy's going to get a special place in my my display because I just love Usagi Yojimbo. It's my friend Justin and I, we've read a lot of the comics and we've enjoyed talking about it over the years, and he's just become one of my favorites. I'd say my wife has probably read them too. Okay, that just fell right off. That's going to be pretty difficult to do. That kind of sucks. But I guess, maybe they didn't have any other way to do it. I don't know. Not real sure about that. He does look great with his swords, though. I'm really happy with it. Could probably put him in all kinds of badass poses. Let's just bring out Rat King as kind of a size comparison. As you can see, Rat King's dropping stuff and rats falling off of him. And yeah, let's move that stuff aside. But you can kind of see here, Usagi in the show was a lot shorter than the turtles. Well, he was smaller than the turtles, and he's definitely smaller than the humans in the line. Of course, I don't have Rat King sitting up straight, but you can kind of see the scale there. He is, let's see, I'm going to say, how tall is he? He is about 4.5 inches tall to the top of his head, 5.5 maybe to the top of his ears there. Pretty cool. I really dig it. I think NECA's really knocked this one out of the park. I really like it. I'm definitely, as much as I said I wasn't going to, I'm definitely going to continue collecting these cartoon-styled action figures. I love the way they do them. I love the paint. I love how classically animated they look. Usagi's no exception. Really dig it. The accessories are nice. The paint is just stellar. I think the only thing I would change about this guy is I would do something better with that scabbard. That's about the only thing I would really change about him. Other than that, man, this thing is pretty flawless. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, hit subscribe, tune in for more because I have some more TMNT stuff to take a look at. Can't wait to do that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'm Adam. This has been Nascent Toy Collector. Peace out. Keep it geek.